Hey people, Intro here, 3v3, Lorthas Cataclysm, blue team. Timetheus is an Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee combat by default. Begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Black Templar's elite scheme here. Alongside, Gunter the Kaiser as a Techmarine starts off in ranged combat. Can also support with structures and repair the Salamander's elite scheme. Rounding off the blue team here, adinosaurusrex as a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist and infiltrate and disrupt, some powerful offense and a bit of support too. Red team, Spicy Havoc as a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support fighting in melee, begins with a shield, can execute his own soldiers to help them fight better. This is the Death Core of Krieg DLC. And alongside, rounding off the teams, double Warp Spider Exarchs, his Don't Cry, going into melee with a Techmarine. And we have Broodwich. These guys are teleporting heroes fighting with ranged weapons by default. Great for capping and harassing with some powerful control. The Warp Spider actually has more melee DPS by default than the Techmarine, and a special attack, and can teleport. The Techmarine, of course, does more ranged DPS. But still pretty impressive opening arsenal for that Warp Spider Exarch. Kicking off big time in the south. Double Howling Banshees here getting torn up by double Hormagaunts and the Lictor Alpha. Adinosaurusrex getting doubled, although the second Warp Spider isn't here. In fact, this Warp Spider is getting shot a lot. Are you going to die? I think that Warp Spider's done for, but let's go back to the south to see if the Banshees get away. The Banshees do get away. Adinosaurusrex doing superbly well here. All of their squads got out, the Lictor Alpha got out, and they killed a bunch of Banshees. And yes, the Warp Spider did go down. Double Tactical Marines for Timetheus. Catachan Devils on the way for Spicy Havoc. We did not see a third unit for them quickly, so they were able to invest in a bunch of gens maybe. Nope, there's no gens up here. Just one Eldar generator. I was going to say they got a bunch of gens up and they can get double Catachans or something maybe. The central power's been loaded though, and there's also an Eldar generator on that. Shotgun scouts in play for Gunter the Kaiser. Broodwich may have been thinking about going for their allied Warp Spider to revive them, but they ran into some bolt guns and shotguns and things. Some power bashing down here though, that was alright. Guardian's getting some power bashing done. That was a high powered shot from a master crafted bolt gun. And the Warp Spider does not like that. Teleports in to tie up the Techmarine, so you can't fire that thing, because that thing is painful. Almost 38 piercing DPS with a high-powered shot, which does 140 damage burst and suppresses you. Warp Spider still down over here. Lord Commissar comes to get the revive. Okay. Meanwhile, guardsmen with flamers were bashing this node, but then they died because big fellas with power armor showed up. Apothecary's got a customized Stormbolt gun with 32 DPS on that thing. It's not bad, eh? Shurikens on the field for the two Warp Spider players, doing some suppressing here. Warrior Brood up there for Adinosaurusrex to provide some basic synapse, but they are going to be a prime target for the double Howling Banshees with those power melee blades slicing through the heavy armor, doing extra damage and causing synapse backlashes. The Lictor Alpha went down in that exchange, but should get revived, I think. The Banshee is getting too close to master crafted bolt guns. Lord Commissar getting through for the cap. Dodges the grenade, carries on capping. Catachans are here to melee the scouts. The shotgun battle wasn't suiting them very well. Timetheus comes to defend. Can they melee that Lord Commissar down? They can, well played. Scouts will grab the VP back. They've got the contested northern points. Look at this from the Eldar. Crowding out the power with double shurikens. They need to turn a bit to cover this side though, I think. This one's just going to run. There we go. They're suppressing the Termagants, but the Hormagaunts can get in. Grenade dropped. Doesn't hit anything. Oh, that shuriken might go down. That shuriken does go down. Kept it there way too long, and both of these Hormagaunts have adrenal glands, so they are pumping out DPS. There's heavy gauge, as expected, I suppose, against the Lictor Alpha. Nothing yet for Don't Cry on their hero. Lord Commissar still down, of course. So Gunter. Looks like they may just be riding a single tactical marine squad into tier 2. I think they're building a bunch of gens though, because this keeps getting hit. Yeah, this is Sir Gunter buying these. This is why they're low on requisition. Banshees. Can they get got? They do get got. Hormagaunt's getting it done, and a mastercrafted high-powered shot went in there as well. And the warp spider goes down. Hormagaunt's tearing things up. Level 2, these fellas. The Shuriken was replaced, but will they replace those Howling Banshees? They do. Broodwich replaces the Howling Banshees. They tried to get on the power, but Shurikens said otherwise. What is this? That's Timetheus' stuff. Maybe they were trying to get to the power. They don't have flamers, but still a bunch of firepower there. Techmarine backing off a bit. Taking a bunch of Eldar Shuriken Pew Pew. These guys looking for a grenade, maybe. There it is. But it was dodged. Well dodged. They split it. Bunch of bolt guns is bad news for those guardsmen. We have Aura of Discipline in for the Lord Commissar. Does not have a power sword, though. And there's the full auto. I believe the customized Stormbolter is a little bit strange in that you cannot fire on the move with it at all. Oh, you can. They just did it. There we go. They fired on the move. Maybe it just fires on the move badly. I remember that being brought up at some point, and I thought that can't be right. Maybe they just have really bad accuracy on the move or something, lower than usual. Howling Banshees getting their aspect of strength and barely surviving that encounter. They need to get back to base and reinforce. Oh, they've got a Falcon. Maybe they're just waiting for this thing to reinforce them. This is Timetheus still doing forward operations in enemy territory here. Doing a pretty good job at it. They've decapped that. And it's quite a powerful little force they have. Spicy Havoc does have catechins, but they're busy capping these northern points. Maybe they could get a flank now. Lord Commissar doesn't have full health or energy, but they need to push in to create some space for this guy to set up. Here come the catechins. It's a good time for the Lord Commissar to get in there. Could throw up the shield maybe. Good special immediately on those scouts, but there's full auto again. They are getting suppressed. Timetheus just needs to get out of here, I think. Catechin should have come into melee there, I believe. But they just used their shotguns. Took quite a lot of damage, actually. I heard Banshees yelling. Oh, it was a drop pod. So Gunter the Kaiser pulled in more Marines with a drop pod. Dreadnought on the way for Timetheus now. Venom Brood pulled in. Global ability of the Lictor Alpha. They're going to be trying to go after that Falcon. Where is it? Right here. Any other anti-vehicle weapons? I don't see any others. How did the Falcon take so much damage then? Do you have a melter gun? No. I don't know how. Maybe there was a whole other unit that I missed that already died or something. Oh, the Warrior Brood. The Warrior Brood have heavy melee weapons. Maybe it was that. They have their adrenal glands. Vortok drops in and gets slashed up a bunch and nibbled on a bit. And now they can bash power. Venom Brood, Venom Cannons, very good at taking down generators, and they've got this melee as well. They need to split up a bit though. Don't try to all crowd around the node like that. Falcon allows it to reinforce. Got some good firepower. You can jump inside of it as well. Here's Missile Launcher Tactical Marines. The other squad got a Sergeant, suggesting maybe they're going to become Sternguard veterans because Hellfire rounds will be good against mass Eldar and some Imperial Guard. What is this? Oh, they fully bashed and decapped it. Well done, Tyranid bros. That's what the Space Marines said to them, I think. Bit of damage on that Falcon. Venom Cannons pack a punch, eh? Spicy Havoc now has Ogrins, which I was going to say could be a big problem for Timetheus, but now they have a Dreadnought. They also have Sternguard veterans of their own. First Company Marines that can change ammo to combat all targets. At the moment, they have Hellfire loaded in, which does damage over time to light infantry and to enemy heroes. Flesh Hook on the Warp Spider. And a level 3 Lictor with Scything Talons. 81 power melee DPS. Very, very painful. And there's Scythe to knock down and suppress that Autarch. They also have Deadly Jump. Here come the Ogryns though, from the north. Weren't expecting that, were you, little Tyranid fellas? Do these guys have Toxin Sacks? Oh, they don't. They do not. Falcon's done a huge amount of fantastic work for Don't Cry. And here comes a Primarius Psycho also. The attacks getting Ogrynned. The Dreadnought on the way for Sir Gunter now. Oh, this one's no longer melee. I think they should have kept it melee. Once they saw those Ogryns, maybe they didn't see the Ogryns before they purchased this. Ogryns have heavy melee, even though they have guns. They smack you so hard with these guns that it can break anything. Meanwhile, power bashing Falcon alongside a bunch of Eldar buddies. Banshees on the prowl, and Ogryns decapping the VP. Stern Guard. Oh, they have Vengeance rounds loaded in. They're trying to power bash with it. Okay. Timetheus, are you going to get double plasmas on these guys? There's a single plasma. Just crazy. 30.8 DPS just on that single plasma gun. It's kind of nuts. Don't Cry, tier 3 on the way. Tier 3 also for Adinosaurusrex. Good amount of red. Might see a Tyranids formation soon. Good amount of red for Don't Cry as well. Deadly Jump. It's quite deadly. Grenade. Good grenade. Howling Banshees yelling. More Banshees coming in. Autarch's in there with a spear. That Autarch is granting a damage resistance aura around her. And I believe it's for all damage, not just ranged. I think that's right. There's a little leap for that heal and damage buff. Warrior Brooder wiped. Staying in play a bit too long. It was a well-managed engagement though from the Eldar. They had Falcon support there. They had Autarch buffs. They got that little Autarch leap in as well. Banshees chose their targets well. This is a whirlwind for Sir Gunter. Both of these Banshee squads. Where's the other Banshee squad? Oh, are they inside the Falcon? The Falcon's really low now. Does have a shield up. These Banshees have aspect of strength. I'm not actually sure what the other ones have. I can't select them. They must be inside the Falcon. There's some repairs. And the whirlwind did survive. Warp Spider Exarch here with anti-grav grenade. That heavy gauge. And here comes Enhanced Warp Jump Generator. No war gear for Don't Cry. Back to the north. Is that the Lord? Yeah, the Lord Commissar's fallen over. Dreadnought took a bunch of damage. Ogryns are nice and healthy. Where's that Psycho? The Psycho runs. They have some really cool area of effect psychic attacks, and they have telekinetic dome to help out the Ogryns as well. That's a really good barrage. Well timed there by Timetheus. Really good barrage. Oh, las cannon now. Grenade. Again, well timed. Ogryns just keep on coming though. Las cannon gets another shot, and the Ogryns finish off that Dreadnought. A little bit of impetus now for Spicy Havoc. They can power bash, take out that drop pod that brought the Stern Guard in. Well, brought the Marines that became Stern Guard in. So I think they can reinforce off that. What was that? Oh, it's an anti-grav grenade over there. On the left of your screen you saw. Saw the end of it anyway. Guardian's Warlock gets away. Falcon. You need to throw your shield up, I think, buddy. Venom Brooder right there. We have a cannon on the field, but Don't Cry. Can they hit the whirlwind maybe? Or they might try to target those Marines. They fire a damage over time shot, which can be really hard to spot. There it is. Falcon does indeed throw the shield up. Taking missile hits though. Those Marines getting very low. There's a singularity now. Makes the scouts run if nothing else. And they show no fear on these Marines. Banshee's still giving them a hell of a fight. I think they nerfed and they should have no fear a little while ago, so you don't get quite as many melee knockbacks with it. Adderton's getting low here. Chimera's Psyker doing those awesome basic attacks. Not sure if they have any other upgrades right now. Lord Commissar, I think. Nope, does not get away. There was Hellfire rounds on retreat and stuff. These guys are trying to steal this power, which may not go down super well with Timetheus. Looks like the south is turning red. 177 to 393 on the VPs. There's tier 3 for Spicy Havoc, the last player to go. Oh, they got the decap. I guess that's something. And they should be okay-ish. If those guys moved a little bit differently there to get more melee attacks, they might have finished them. They may still finish them. They do. Well played. Shot them good. Back towards the south. It did indeed turn red. Double Banshees are doing some good work, eh? This Autark alongside them. Level 2 now. But there's a scythe from the Lictor Alpha announcing their arrival. Whirlwind doing some good knockbacking. Autark jumps in for the heal and the buff though. See how their weapons are glowing now. They're noting they have that damage buff. But they are dealt with. Now, we have these fancy looking Stern Guard for the Salamanders. Apparently the modder that made this found that scheme in like a really old codex. Which is awesome to see. Seer Council on the way for Broodwich. Adinosaurusrex with a Swarm Lord. Great choice against those double Banshees, I think. And against the Seer Council. If they can get them all together and do the Blade of Storms, whatever it's called. Blade Flurry, that's what it's called. Terminators fighting Ogrins. It's not actually a great fight for the Terminators with just Power Fists, because the Ogrins are mean. And they're big bastards as well, look at them. Okay, Plasma Guns coming to mess them up. There's a telekinetic dome, which does give them some damage resistance. I think it also boosts their melee skill or something. It's cool. Seer Council are in. Don't Cry got some more Guardians up to help repair the Falcon. Is it going to make it out even? Because Venobrood are there. It stopped. It shouldn't have stopped. Shield goes up, which might have saved it. Although I don't think they got more shots in after that. Shuriken now here to maybe suppress some stuff. Stern Guard going to melee the D-Cannon, which does get a good singularity. I think it just wiped the Termagants out, but I don't think those guys had any upgrades or anything. Here's a Seer Council. That's bad news for the Stern Guard. Seer Council are a squad of Warlocks with power weapons, and they just wiped out that Stern Guard. They can all jump on you. Terminators coming in. But again, this is a bad fight for them. Seer Council will mess up Terminators. And there's that Swarm Lord. Now this is a bad fight for the Seer Council. The Swarm Lord has vehicle armor. So the Seer Council's power melee Witchblades aren't fantastic against it. And they'll take full damage from the Swarm Lord's Bone Swords. Capillary Tower going up. Here comes a Swarm of Hormagaunts. The Swarm Lord provides a speed and reinforcement synapse. Massive help, of course, to those double Hormagaunts. Spicy Havoc down to just 2 squads. Some Plasma Guardsmen and those Ogrins. Ogrins have been awesome so far. And a Bane Blade is on the way. Looks like a Dinosaurus got some more warriors. Maybe they want melee synapse again to buff those Hormagaunts up a lot. Lictor Alpha maybe gets revived here by Sir Gunter. Oh, they've got to fight through some stuff first, haven't they? Here's the Falcon, level 3 Falcon with the shield up. 2 to 1 for Red, 100 to 365. Red's armies are quite depleted though. We'll see if they can hold on to this. They are going to have pretty good mobility though. Tyrannoform going off from Adinosaurusrex. Falcon just tanks it with the shield. Eldritch completely dodged, I think, by the Tyranids there. Broodwich went down. Oh, Broodwich is down already. thought I just saw a warp spider die there, but I guess not. Maybe they were just... Yeah, I think this warp spider just got tossed on the ground and they don't have the decorator icon on them anymore, so I thought they were dead. Falcon getting awfully close to a bunch of heavy melee. That's another Eldritch. Using the Falcon as bait. He's barely holding on. 11 hit points and 11 shield, and somehow it gets away. Swarmlord took a massive detour to avoid that Eldritch Storm there. Right, Lance, you need to run, surely. What's it doing? Oh, it's trying to get back into the Falcon. Very calm there, didn't retreat it. Baneblade, what are you up to? Baneblade is going south, because that's where the contested victory point is, I guess. Apothecary's down, by the way, over here. So Gunter's Techmarine has to run, though. They have this power fully built up, and that wreck point matured. Yeah, map looking quite blue. All the central points are blue. And they're genned up as well. Must have huge power income, the blue team. 79 per minute there. But now they have a Baneblade and a Fire Prism to deal with. Falcon's a massive pain in the arse too. Down goes that node. Ogrin's still doing awesome stuff. I wonder if they'll become Bulgarins. We have Kassakin on the way. Lord Commissar level 3 gets a revive. There's Don't Cry revived. Where's Broodwich? They are not that far away. What are you guys up to? Trying to burn down the mines. I think they are. Mines dropped in by the Lord Commissar. Guardsmen trying to steal this central power. Looks like they're going to grab it. Some fire for the Seer Council. Do they still have that right lance? Where is it? There it is. And they can lure the Swarm Lord into that, while the Falcon and the Fire Prism try to focus it down. Oh, it's turned, look. The right lance went and turned. Now it's moving again. Cyclone Missile Launcher in play, going to try and get that Baneblade down, but there is the phase shift into an Eldritch Storm. No, it's into a Singularity. Not into an Eldritch Storm. They also have Shimmer Orb. Well played. Held those guys up for a hell of a long time there. And they're going to try and decap the VP with Shimmer Orb up. Ogrins have found the Techmarine. Looks like they just revived the Apothecary, maybe. Can they get him? They can. Techmarine falls. Level 9 Techmarine. Kind of surprised Timetheus didn't just use Laraman's Blessing. Because they have their Terminators now. They could use Laraman's now, but it wouldn't give them the XP that reviving those guys would get. South is now blue, thanks to Adinosaurusrex, who has a Carnifex. Strangled Thorn Cannon is in. Anti-armor Stormtroopers there though. Falcon getting, Fire Prism getting very close. Very close. It's going to go down. Down it goes. Venom Brood and the Swarm Lord are waiting for it. Now the Baneblade is very close. There's an Orbital. They caught some Eldar stuff. Yeah, it looks like this Bright Lance had cracked shot on it maybe. 55 to 330. They were trying to finish off the Predator tanks, I suppose, with cracked shot, Bright Lance. And the Orbital Bombardment says no. Still blue in the south. Adinosaurus is not trying to push, which I think is smart. They're down to 55 VPs. They need to really look after the VPs they have. Last Cannon is getting shots. Did you guys use your missile launcher already? Hard to tell. They don't have energy for it or anything. Here we go, they're doing it now. That didn't seem to land very well there. I think only 1 or 2 missiles hit. Arm of the Apothecarian coming in. 55 to 298 on the VPs. There's a singularity back there, is it? It is. Nothing gets hit by it though. Swarm Lord marching forward. They can all reinforce off it, remember, these Tyranids. Big push by the blue team now. I don't think the tank wants to go toe-to-toe with the Baneblade. Swarm Lord's getting low. Pops the Leech Essence to heal up. Carnifex also getting low. Warrior Brood are on that Falcon. And it goes down. They got it. I think maybe a missile launcher got the last shot. That tank is in a tough spot. Techmarine trying to revive. Here comes an Eldritch. I think that's the third one we've seen. Blue team's still in this and they're still pushing. They want to get through for a triple cap, but they need this one first. We have some Bullgrins in for Spicy Havoc, replacing the Ogrins with these tier 3 variants. Gives them more hit points, more melee damage, and some extra damage resistance and health regen. They also get these big shields that they can activate to suppress nearby enemies. Cool fellas, who's this? This is anti-armor. Oh, Melter Gun Kashyyykin. They're fast cappers, right? I think they are. Make sure they bashed the gens that were there as well. Blue team taking the south. They did not try to get through for a triple. Baneblade getting repairs. Is it getting repaired by it? I don't see what's repairing it. Oh, it's the bunker, you idiot. There's a bunker right there. Two Predator tanks. Certainly not chaotic for Sir Gunter's Techmarine. Both with extra armor. Two Devastators for Timetheus. Are they both going to get las cannons? One has a las cannon. These Marines still don't have a weapon upgrade. Maybe they want to get a rocket launcher or something. And we have some Fire Dragons now. Don't Cry and Broodwich are very depleted though. Very depleted. Some Dark Creepers on the way for Broodwich. Singularity is pretty good. Drags the Terminators out of position. Leman Russ on the way for Spicy Havoc. That's really going to help deal with these big Tyranid monstrous creatures perhaps. And those enemy tanks, of course. Can they keep the Baneblade alive? Bullgrim's lying in wait. They need to make a move, I think. Top of your screen. Bullgrims are making a move now. Orbs of the Omnisire thrown in on the Baneblade to shut down the weapons. Oh, there's a Shimmer Orb to protect it, but Bullgrim's doing their thing. Doing Use Your Shield as well. Going to finish off those Marines. They got really close. They can't suppress those Terminators, of course. Is that a Power Blades? What spider it must be, it is. Swarm Lord and the Carnifex have pushed up a lot here. There are those Fire Dragons. Baneblade is going to get got, I think. Anti-Grav Grenade now and the Phase Shift. But his tanks are chasing. Baneblade falls. And that might be GG for the red team because they're so depleted here. The power's being bashed. Although this power's being bashed as well. Oh, Sir Gunter just lost some Marines over there. Kashyyykin don't mess around. They should get a full bash on this power. Yup. I'm not sure if the red team can come back here. Avatar of Cain on the way. Second Carnifex up now. No upgrades yet. Oh, they've stolen the bunker. They were getting repairs off the bunker there, but then it was destroyed and the Techmarine insta-killed because any units inside a structure that falls are instantly killed. He's level 10, that Techmarine though. The Apothecary could just throw a heal out and revive him if he's in a bad spot. There's none shall fall. And here comes the flak jacket for Inspire Terror. Anti-grav grenade. So tosses the Banshees in the air though. 55 to 179 on the VPs. They need a really good Eldritch, I think. All of their Eldritches so far have been quite bad. I think there's been at least 3 of them. The Swarm Lord has been insanely good. Singularity. Did a bit of something. Here comes an Avatar. We'll see what they can do. They go straight for a Swarm Lord. But the Avatar has significantly more hit points than a Swarm Lord, but it's super heavy infantry armor hit points. So Plasma and Power Melee are really bad news for an Avatar. And even like regular piercing bolter fire and stuff will do a little bit of work for you. It's a Swarm Lord's vehicle armor, not so much. Human Russ with Vanquisher. Getting set up on here. Orbs went in, they're trying to repair it. Those Banshees need to move. Down goes the tank, but can they get one of those Predators? They can. One of the Predators falls. Techmarine just hanging out here, level 10. 45 to 159 now. We got some stuff guarding their natural VP, as you can see. I don't know why you guys, they're not set up though. I don't think guarding your VP with a las cannon is typically what happens. But hey, there's some bodies over there. Does that model with a las cannon or with a heavy bolter or whatever, do they have a melee attack? Do they hit you with their gun? I don't think I've ever noticed. I think maybe they just kick you or something. Spicy Havoc with another Baneblade. And the Eldar player is starting to recover with setup teams, which I always say is a good way to recover. They're getting a bunch of Bright Lances up because of these monstrous creatures they're having to deal with. They still have the Fire Dragons as well. And they've got Power Blades, Warp Spider. And a Heavy Gauge Warp Spider. So they can shut down the Apothecary or the Techmarine maybe. Lord Commissar runs away. That's a Singularity. They're going to teleport out of it. Techmarine now in retreat. Gets dragged back for a second. Oh, look at this. Sneaky little Cadian Kasrkins here. On that fast cap with plasma guns and grenades. Awesome stuff. A great unit to have behind enemy lines, aren't they? Looks like they're going to get this cap, you know. They bloody did. With Stone Guard veterans shooting at them. Wait, are they not getting... They don't seem to be getting the damage over time effect here. Are Kasrkin heavy infantry? Doesn't sound right. They definitely did not seem to be getting the Hellfire rounds effect though. Maybe someone can clarify in the comments. Are Kasrkin heavy infantry? I was not aware of that. Back to the south. Shimmer Orb is up. And they decapped it. A single now for red team. And there's the phase shift, so they can't cap it back. But they have got their natural back, the blues. There's a rocket run now. Avatar going in, trying to chase this Carnifex. Can't seem to swing that sword though. Doing a Wrath of Cain. Avatar's going to fall, I think, but there's Bright Lancers getting shots in now. Terminators called in. Another Bright Lancers setting up. Terminators starting to burn things down though over here. The cannon has to flee. Bright Lancers lost. Swarm Lord is down though. 26 to 117. It's close. Very close. More Dark Creepers now for Broodwich. Because of all the Marines and the Terminators they have to deal with now. Those Terminators got quite low, but I think they're alright. That second Baneblade. Lord Commissar now level 10, mixing it up as well. Marines fleeing. That's a Eldritch on retreat path. to try and finish them. They got one of them, I think. Also got some Howling Banshees, though. Devastators barely made it out. The Banshees make it out. They do not. Fleshhook says no. Level 7, Lictor Alpha. 26 to 102. There's another Shimmer Orb to try and decap here. But now that it's coming into melee, does not protect you against melee attacks. Got the decap though, and then pops the phase shift. Awesome play from that Warp Spider. 26 to 94. They could just teleport away afterwards. No, they died. Not so awesome play. They should have teleported out. Maybe it was still on cooldown. I'm not sure if your abilities cooldown when you're phase shifted like that. Right Lance is taken out. Don't rise down to a single unit. A valiant effort from the red team, but I think maybe they've just lost too much. Although I think the blue team should be able to see this out. Red team aren't going to make it easy for them though. Don't Cry just called in an autark there. Bit of Venom Cannon Barn effects up. Russ getting las cannoned. Down it goes. Baneblade is quite low as well. Don't Cry has no units. Autark is munched to death by Tyranids. Demon Russ eventually crashes and burns. Lord Commissar doesn't survive. And that was an Orb's throw, I think, on that Baneblade there. Look at this though. They are very tricksy. Seer Council getting a decap, now coming to mess with the Apothecary, but there's just too much Boltify there. And look, the Stern Guard are actually using Kraken Bolts. They should have been using Hellfire against the Seer Council, because they're definitely not heavy infantry, I'm pretty sure. 1-to-1 cap. Blue team will get their natural back, and they seem to be pretty well stabilized in the south. And to be careful though, because there's a webway right there. And some Kashyyyk here. And they've level 3 with plasma guns. They will mess up some Marines, especially if they can hit their grenade. Do the red team have another dice roll they can make here? Manticore on the way. Don't Cry's Warp Spider, level 6. Not sure what they're trying to save up for here. Need some more requisition for it, that's for sure. Whatever it is, Kashyyyk unable to get the decap. 26 to 57. Can they kill him? Because these guys have been a massive pain in the ass. Looks like they get away. Level 3 Kashyyyk. Surprisingly tough, those fellas. There's another Shimmer Orb. Another decap and another phase shift. Really helping them delay this. Making a big run at the Baneblade here. Tanks chasing, Carnifex is chasing, Warrior Brood chasing. Right Lance runs away from Terminators. D Cannon trying to set up. You have to send something to that VP. Because look at this. See a Council again get a decap. Keep saying that red team is out of it, and they keep proving me wrong. They're going to get a 2-to-1 cap, I think. Baneblade survives for now. Bioplasma hits pretty good. Just throws a bunker up to break line of sight. That needs to be built first. Or dropped in, I guess. There it is. Not sure if that helped. But the Baneblade got away. That's the main thing for the Baneblade. 80 hit points. Somehow gets away. You know what? That's a bloody double cap for the red team. That's amazing. They're going to win. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. I wasn't even paying attention. That Shimmer Orb decap here for Don't Cry. They died for it, as you can see. The Seer Council doing awesome work getting decaps at level 4 Seer Council. And that was enough to get the double. They actually capped this. Blue team must be absolutely livid. Venerable Dreadnought dropped in at the end to try and defend that VP. They got preoccupied chasing that Baneblade, and that cost them, you know. And they did not put any pressure on this VP whatsoever. I think they thought they had it in the bag, and they just wanted to kill that Baneblade. Wow. Superb play from these two Warp Spiders to hold up the game like that and keep it going. That Baneblade, the second Baneblade, did do a lot of work as well, soaked up huge amounts of damage. The Kashyyykin also doing their part. Decaps and power bashing and things. Level 10 Apothecary for Timetheus. Level 10 Techmarine for Sir Gunter. Level 9 Lictor Alpha. Level 7 Lord Commissar. Level 6 Warp Spider and a level 10 Warp Spider for Broodwich. Awesome game. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time.